the first time I've ever seen something bolted through the styrofoam. Right now it's upside down. So let me flip it over. You can see if that's holding something down or if that's just support for the bottom. Alright, got it flipped over. Cracked it open. The back side of it. Pull it out of the box. It looks like it's all one piece. Okay guys, this thing is kind of big and awkward to hold, but the bolts were bolted directly into it, and this is what the bottom looks like. Also, the felt pads you have to put on yourself. Alright, got this thing out the box, put the felt pads on. I gave it a quick dusting, had a little bit of dust on it, not too bad. Nothing like how this guy was when I got him out the box. He was super dusty. So I got the Predator here to give you guys a sense of scale. If you have this, then you know how big this thing is. From this side, you can tell it's much deeper. Just hope these lights aren't too bright, washing it out. I know on camera it's going to come up as more of one color, but there's a lot of shading in this. So let's start with the portrait. We'll get right up in the mouth first. He does have the inner jaws in there. It's set back behind the front teeth, but it is there. Now, one thing about this bust is the lower jaw is a little bit protruded, so that's not screen accurate thing. This is a Mythos bust. They actually call this one the Parasite. Not sure why they came up with that name, but there you can see the nose and the eye sockets right there. The eye sockets have more of like an alien shape than a human shape. I like the teeth on this. I like the design they went with. Trying to keep the darkness down on this thing. It wants to keep on creeping back up. I'll give you guys a 360. The dome looks great. I like the shape of it. I like how it dips down here in the front. It's not just that round shape, you know, it has a little bit of shape to it. And the Mythos right here, you can see it has a ridge down the middle. Sorry about the lights, guys. My lights are bright in here. But I think the paint is done very well. You can see there's a lot of things going on in the sculpt. It's got that nice back piece coming out. No tubes on this guy. I'm sure if it was a 1/4 full piece, they'd have tubes on it. The base, I like how the base is it's not symmetrical. So as you can see, this piece is down lower and a little bit different shape than this piece. So, and even the ridge, you know, it's not perfectly straight. This is lower here. This one's higher. So it's not a symmetrical sculpt, and I like that. I like that it's a little bit different. I like the shape, the way the shape of the head looks when you view it from the front. How the sides of the head stick out. Very different. See all the sculpt in there. So there's a lot of grays and blacks. There's browns in there. There's some spots that actually even have like a blue hue, but it's hard to see on camera. I'll get you a shot of the... You can see that pretty good. I know my lights are reflecting off of that a lot, so you can definitely see the ridges in there and the spine-like structure in there. Very cool, very cool. All the lines in his skull. I think they definitely captured the Xenomorph feel to it. Definitely has that art feel to it, but you know, they made it their own. Yeah, now you can see what it looks like. Now this one was not cheap. This was expensive. And they threw it on you quick. You had the jump on it, or you were gonna miss out on it. There's only 200 of these made. I got number 7, and they did not give you time to make. I mean, you could have made payments. You know, I could have spread it out. I think over 4 months, but I went ahead and just paid it in full. Got it here right away. I don't have an alien bust. I got a couple predators. I got a life-size predator over here. So wolf predator is my favorite predator, so I have that in life-size. And then I got the P1 legendary scale. I got the unmasked over there. I also have the wolf legendary on its way. I just got a good deal on a repainted one. And I hope I can get the Predator 2 bust someday. Now, if I could find a good deal on the big chap legendary scale, I might consider that one. I've always been afraid of that one because of the jaw tendons. I never liked the color on it. They're always too yellow for me, and I know the teeth weren't painted great. I mean, I know I could probably touch the teeth up myself if I wanted to. But I went ahead and jumped on this one while I had the chance. I thought the design was really neat. I don't really need it to be a screen accurate. I mean, Big Chap is my favorite design out of all these Xenomorphs. You know, he's the OG. And I like him a lot more than the Warrior. You know, I like the clear dome like this. But I've just always been scared of the paint job on that one. So maybe if I could find a good deal on it, I'll jump on it one day. I wouldn't mind having 2 of these. 2 Xenomorph busts. But yeah, I love the way that the shape of the sides protrude so much on it. Gives it a nice profile from the front. And like I said, I like the non-symmetricalness of it. What do we call that? Asymmetrical? I don't know. But I like that it's a little different. Nice glossiness to it. As you can tell, definitely glossier than the Predator that's next to it. That Predator is also a very nice piece. Never reviewed that. Has a light up too as well. But alright guys, I think that's the gist of it. I could do this for you. That's the size of an apple next to it. See if you could imagine an apple. Turn that a little more. The depth of this thing's crazy. Super deep. I don't have any 1/4 pieces that are easy to, you know what, hold on, I can put a Wolverine next to it. Maybe that'll give you an idea of the scale. So right now Logan was the easiest piece for me to grab to give you the scale size of it. See how close we can get them. So as you can see, it's a good size, but granted it was more money than what this Logan was. So I would say you definitely have to be an Alien lover, a Xenomorph lover. You gotta love the movie. This isn't something you just want to buy because it's cool. If it was about half the price, then maybe, yeah, go ahead, buy it, it's cool. But you really gotta love this to want to put the money up for this. I'm happy with it. So if you're a fan of Alien, I think it's worth it. I also have the Queen Mythos by Sideshow on order. So when that gets in, I'll do a comparison video of this next to it. I'd give it, what would I rate this out of a 10? I think the sculpt is a 10. I mean, some people might be put off by that lower jaw a little bit. For me, it's no issue. I'd give the design a 10, maybe a 9.5. I'm not sure what else they could have did to make it look cooler. The paint, I think the paint could always be better on Sideshow. I mean, sometimes they have really good paint like this. The skin paint app on Logan was terrific. Not that this isn't good. It is good. I'd give the paint a solid 8. And the overall presence is definitely a 9, 9.5. So I'd say overall, I'd give this a 9 out of 10. Considering everything. I think the dome looks killer. Yeah, that's a money shot right there. Alright guys, until the next one.